On a sweltering afternoon in Baku, the 2024 Azerbaijan Grand Prix delivered one of the most exhilarating spectacles of the season. The 51-lap race, held on the unpredictable streets of Baku, will be remembered for its high-speed duels, shocking crashes, and a late-race collision that reshaped the championship standings. Rising star Oscar Piastri, driving for McLaren in just his second season, emerged victorious after a flawless performance, outdueling Ferrari's Charles Leclerc, and withstanding the relentless chaos that unfolded around him. From the very start, the air was thick with tension. Charles Leclerc, once again showcasing his mastery of the Baku circuit, started from pole position. His Ferrari was a rocket off the line, holding the lead into the first corner. Close behind, Piastri in second remained glued to Leclerc's gearbox, waiting for an opportunity to strike. The first few laps were a masterclass in precision driving. Both Leclerc and Piastri seemed locked in a psychological battle, their cars dancing through the narrow, high-speed turns of Baku's unforgiving streets, where a single mistake could end the race.
Behind them, another fierce contest brewed. Red Bull's Sergio Perez, known for his prowess on street circuits, quickly dispatched Ferrari's Carlos Sainz to move into third. The top four drivers, Leclerc, Piastri, Perez, and Sainz, became locked in a furious dogfight for position, each maneuvering aggressively but skillfully through the tight bends. The energy was palpable as each lap brought the cars closer together, setting the stage for what would be a dramatic contest for the win. Piastri's moment came during the first and only pit window. McLaren's strategy, a hallmark of their 2024 resurgence, was executed to perfection. The team's rapid pit stop allowed Piastri to leapfrog Leclerc, rejoining the track in first place. It was a pivotal move, and the pressure shifted. Piastri now had to defend his lead against a charging Leclerc, who was desperate to reclaim his position. The next phase of the race saw Piastri under relentless attack, but the young Australian's calm and collected driving shone through. Lap after lap, Leclerc tried to overtake, pushing his Ferrari to the limit, but Piastri's defensive skills were impeccable, leaving no room for error. As the laps wore on, it became clear that Leclerc's Ferrari was beginning to struggle. The blistering heat and the relentless pace of the race took their toll on the car's rear tires, which were beginning to degrade. Each corner became more of a challenge for Leclerc, his Ferrari visibly sliding as it struggled for grip. This opened the door for both Perez and Sainz, who were now breathing down Leclerc's neck, the trio racing nose to tail in an increasingly tense battle for second place. Then, in a dramatic twist, the race took a chaotic turn. With just 2 laps remaining, Sergio Perez made a bold move on Leclerc into turn 3. It was a risky attempt, and with Sainz right behind them, disaster struck. Perez and Sainz went wheel to wheel, neither willing to back down, but the tight confines of the street circuit left no margin for error. In a flash, their cars collided, sending both the Red Bull and the Ferrari hurtling into the barriers. The impact was fierce, and debris scattered across the track. Both drivers' races were over in an instant.
The collision brought out the virtual safety car, freezing the field and effectively ending any further on-track battles. For Piastri, it was a bittersweet conclusion. He crossed the line under the safety car, securing his second career victory in Formula One. Reflecting on the race, he later described it as the most stressful afternoon of my life, as he navigated through the chaos and held his nerve under immense pressure. But the drama didn't end at the checkered flag. Immediately following the crash, tensions boiled over. Perez, furious with the outcome, could be heard over the radio demanding answers, shouting, "Is he crazy?" as he stormed out of his wrecked car. Sainz, equally distraught, sent a frustrated message of his own, calling the move reckless, and leaving the stewards with a lot to review post-race. The fallout from this clash would dominate headlines in the days following the Grand Prix.
While Piastri celebrated his hard-fought victory, other drivers capitalized on the late race chaos. Mercedes' George Russell, who had been running a steady race in fourth, found himself gifted a podium finish due to the crash. His third-place finish was a major morale boost for Mercedes, who had struggled earlier in the season. Russell, known for his consistency and smart racecraft, managed to stay out of trouble and bring home a crucial result for his team. Meanwhile, his teammate Lewis Hamilton, starting from the back of the grid due to an engine penalty, mounted a stunning recovery drive to finish in 9th place, securing valuable points for the Silver Arrows. Lando Norris, Piastri's McLaren teammate, delivered a standout performance of his own. After a shocking Q1 exit left him starting 15th, Norris opted for an alternative tire strategy that paid off handsomely. He methodically worked his way through the field, and in a late race charge, he overtook none other than Max Verstappen to secure a remarkable 4th place. His drive also earned him the fastest lap of the race, further closing the gap in the championship battle.
Elsewhere, Williams celebrated a landmark day with both drivers finishing in the points. Alex Albon and rookie Franco Colapinto made the most of the chaos ahead, with Albon's calculated overtakes and Colapinto's steady drive giving Williams one of their best finishes in recent years. The team's remarkable turnaround from backmarkers to consistent point scorers was evident once again, a testament to their hard work and resurgence in 2024. Not everyone was so fortunate. The race claimed several early victims, including Lance Stroll and Yuki Tsunoda, who tangled on the opening lap. Stroll's puncture and Tsunoda's terminal damage ended their races prematurely, leaving both drivers frustrated. Haas stand-in Ollie Behrman, making his first appearance in Formula One, showed impressive maturity throughout the race. Despite starting towards the back, he managed to secure the final points-paying position in P10, capping off a memorable debut weekend.
As the dust settled in Baku, the championship landscape shifted dramatically. Piastri's victory bolstered McLaren's position at the top of the constructors' standings, marking their return as a dominant force in Formula One. The young Australian's cool head under pressure and flawless execution on one of the trickiest circuits on the calendar solidified his status as a rising star. For Leclerc, it was a bittersweet day. His 4th consecutive pole in Baku underscored his qualifying brilliance. But once again, the win slipped through his fingers. His 2nd-place finish kept Ferrari's title hopes alive. But with tensions flaring after Sainz's crash, the Scuderia faced internal challenges going forward. Red Bull left Baku licking their wounds. Verstappen's 5th-place finish and Perez's dramatic DNF dealt a significant blow to their lead in the Constructors' Championship. For the first time all season, Red Bull found themselves on the back foot, and questions will be raised about their race strategy and execution. The team will need to regroup quickly as the season marches on.
As the teams packed up and left Baku, one thing was clear. The 2024 Azerbaijan Grand Prix would go down in history as one of the most chaotic and thrilling races of the season. Oscar Piastri, a young talent with nerves of steel, had risen above the fray to claim a famous victory. As the championship battle heats up, Piastri's performance in Baku will be remembered as a defining moment in his burgeoning career. The 2024 season is far from over, and if Baku is anything to go by, we're in for more fireworks as the championship fight intensifies.